Here's how to use PayPal's shipping option. So if you're constantly at the post office shipping application kits or hostess packets, so this is a way to avoid that. So all you need to do is invest in a small mail scale. And so it would weigh ounces preferably. I think I got mine for maybe $10. I know you can find them a little bit more expensive than that, but usually around 20 is, you'll definitely be able to find a good one for around 20 bucks. So it's a great investment to never have to go to the post office again. You can use stamps to mail anything that is less than 13 ounces and will fit in a standard size envelope. It has to be less than 1/17 of an inch thick. And so most envelopes are that thick, up to a 6x9 envelope. And don't use really, really small envelopes because they won't, I mean like really small envelopes. If you're mailing a wrap, that size is perfect. That size envelope is fine. And then up to a 6x9, and don't use weird shapes like squares or you'll get charged extra postage. So mail those things with a single stamp, but if you have anything that's in like a bubble mailer or a box, then you're going to need to use this option. So I've logged in my PayPal account, and all I'm going to do is down here, kind of towards the bottom of the screen, is this little link called multi-order shipping. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to pop up a box eventually. Okay. So it'll pop up this and this little box. And so when this little box pops up, you just hit create because you're creating a shipping label. And then there's all of these different options, but really the only ones you need to worry about is shipping details. So if your hostess packets, like for instance, I have hostess packet in here, application kit, that kind of thing, so I don't have to re-weigh them and re-enter all this information. If I'm always mailing them the same way and including the same things, then all I have to do is select this preset. But today I'm going to select none and show you how to put it in manually. So you want to select your service type and your package. And so always, almost always, it is best to select first class. So you see there's priority mail, and the different kinds of envelopes and packages you can send priority mail. There's flat rate boxes, which unless you have those at your house, don't ever pick those. There's priority mail and the different ways you can send priority mail. And then there's first class mail. This is almost always the cheapest way to send things, unless you have something super, super heavy that are books. If you're sending a whole lot of catalogs maybe, then you would select media mail. And listen, that's a very good deal if it's really, really heavy. If it's not really, really heavy and it's not books, then don't select media mail. Your best option is usually to always choose first class, and you want to choose package or thick envelope. Even your boxes will probably never be considered large boxes if you're mailing Jamberry stuff. This is the option I choose 99% of the time. So I'm going to choose first class, package, or thick envelope. And then I'm going to add my weight. So let me turn on my scale and weigh my first package here, which is it's a Jamberry application kit. And so my scale is actually set to grams, so let me change it. Okay, now it's on ounces, all right. And it is 4.10 ounces. Okay, so this is when you have to decide, okay, is it closer to 4 ounces or is it closer to 5 ounces? Now, it depends on what postal service, which post office you encounter. If I were to select 4 ounces here, which is normally what my application kits weigh, so that one was weighing a little bit heavy. Normally I would have just chosen that and not even thought about weighing it. And I never have any problems with my post office if it's that close to 4 ounces and I choose 4 ounces. Now, just beware, it's always safer to choose the ounce above what your package weighed, especially if it's 4.4 and over. I mean, just go ahead and choose 5 ounces to be safe, because you do not want your customer to get that package, and what the post office will do is say, in order to release this to you, you owe us $1.80. And that's really bad business. You don't want your customers to be stuck paying anything. So if you just choose 5 ounces, then you'll just be safe and covered no matter what. Now, I know that my application kits always go at 4 ounces, and I never have a problem with them, so I'm going to choose 4. My scale might just be off a little bit. All right, so shipping. So this is going to a girl, and I am not going to actually put in her information, or I'll actually cut that part out. All right, and now if you have no other packages to address, you can just hit save and close. If you have more packages to address, you can hit create another, and it will let you enter as many as you want. And then when you're done entering all of them, you would just hit save and close. And so your package shows up here. If you click on it, you can see over to the right hand side. I actually need to move the screen over. The right hand side, it'll tell you how much it costs, $201. Now, if I would have moved that to 4 ounces, let's edit it. To 5 ounces and see what the cost difference would have been. It would have been $209. So 8 cents. It's worth it to round up and be safe so your customers not paying anything. All right, and so the next part that you do is you just hit up here in the left-hand top corner. You're going to hit print and pay and print. And what this is going to do is going to take this straight out of your PayPal account. Now, I have my PayPal account attached to my checking account. And so even if I don't have any money in there, it will pull it from my checking account with no fees or costs or anything. So this is going to print on my printer, and I will show you the final. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I forgot this part. This box pops up, and you just hit, again, print one page. They really want to make sure you are wanting to print this. So you hit print that page. I'm putting some paper in my printer. All right, and then this will pop up. This is just your printer making sure this is how you want it to look. So I'll print. And then keep this box open. This says, if it printed successfully, then click OK. If it didn't, then click cancel. So keep that box open until all of your labels print and they're perfect. And then you can hit OK. If they don't print, like maybe your printer jams or something happens and they just don't print, you can hit cancel and it'll let you hit this print label again, and you can try it again that way. I'll show you if all else fails and like you accidentally hit OK here and it didn't print successfully. I'll show you how to go back into your account and reprint it another way. Okay, so all of this will pop up. This is your receipt. Now, if you have the TaxBot app, which I suggest you get, because all of this postage is tax deductible. So I would take a picture of this receipt here and add it to my TaxBot app, which I'm doing right now. Okay, so now it's printed. I can actually print that out if I want to, but I don't. I already took a picture of it. It shows you a packing slip and all that good stuff. That's what I closed out of. I don't use a packing slip. I've already got my package already packaged up, so no big deal. These are just prizes and things. They're not things people ordered from me or anything like that. So at this point, you are done with your multi-order shipping, and you can just X out of it. And then here's my PayPal. We're back to here. And if something happened and you pushed OK a minute ago, but then your label got messed up or it didn't print correctly, you can go back to your account and then click on history up here at the top. It'll show you your last few transactions, which our last transaction was to the Postal Service here. And I'll click on details. And it will show me, I can scroll down, it'll show me what I purchased. And it was a shipping label for a first class package to this girl, and right down here is reprint label. And so if you ever printed or bought a label and you want to void that, you no longer want to use it, you can hit void label, or you can hit reprint label if maybe your label that you already printed got messed up or didn't print correctly. And that is all. Okay, when you're putting in your order here at this screen, so you have these presets that you can set. Like I know that a Hostess packet always looks the same, weighs the same, everything. I can just go ahead and click that and it would fill in everything for me. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to put none, and I am going to almost always I'm going to choose first class. That is always your cheapest way to ship, as long as your package is under 13 ounces. And so as you can see, if I choose first class here, package, I can't put over 13 ounces in here. So if you have a 1 pound package, you're not going to be able to ship it first class. It's going to be a little bit more expensive. But most of the stuff we ship is around 4 to 6 ounces, so you're okay. But in this case, I'm actually shipping a box that is over 1 pound. It's some business cards that I'm shipping to my downline. And so in this case, I'm going to try to see what is going to be my cheapest way to ship. So I can ship it priority mail, and it would be a package or a thick envelope. So let's click that one and let's see. It asks me the dimensions of the box. Now, almost all boxes have their dimensions stamped on the bottom of the box for you to see. I don't think this one does, actually. Okay, let's say it is. I think it's 10 by 4 by 5. Looks about right. And then it's actually 1 pound, 1 ounce. And so you could ship it 1 ounce to 8 ounces, yada, yada, yada. So right here, 1 pound, 1 ounce to 2 pounds. I would love, it's really close to 1 pound, but I'm going to go ahead and err on the side of big to make sure my customer's not stuck paying for anything. And so I'll enter the information.